Hi everyone, welcome to Listen. I'm going to tell you a story not just about football, but about talent, expectation, success, and adaptation. This is the story of James, one of the most famous footballers Colombia has ever produced. Everybody here knows James. James was born on the 12th of July 1991 in Cúcuta. This is a city in northern Colombia. Shortly after his birth, his family moved to Ibagué, which is in the department of Tolima, where I live. This is where James spent most of his childhood. From a very young age, James showed a strong connection to football. He didn't just enjoy playing, he stood out. That's a phrasal verb. It means to be clearly better or more noticeable than others. He stood out because of his technique, his control, and his intelligence on the ball. He joined local youth academies where coaches quickly noticed that he preferred playing as a number 10. A number 10 is a creative, attacking midfielder, responsible for creating chances, not just scoring goals. At 14 years old, James made his professional debut with Envigado. That's a team in Antioquia, near Medellin. Professional debut is the first official appearance in a professional league, professional debut. Now he was 14. This is extremely rare. Most players are still in youth football at that age. James was already playing against grown adults. And he didn't just survive. He hit the ground running. This is an idiom. This means to start something successfully and with energy. He really hit the ground running. His left foot and his vision. Vision is the ability to see passes before others, and his long-range shooting made him a key player even at that early age. In 2008, James moved to Argentina to play for a team called Banfield. This was his first international move, meaning he left his home country to continue his career. An international move. At Banfield, he achieved something historic. He became the youngest foreign player to score in Argentina's top division. And this achievement put him on the map. That means it made people internationally aware of him. That's an idiom, put him on the map. Of course, this period came with pressure, psychological stress caused by expectations. He was young, foreign, and talented, and that meant every performance was watched closely. And then Europe called. His performances in Argentina caught the attention of European clubs. And in 2010, he signed for FC Porto in Portugal. This move marked a turning point. That's a key moment that changes direction. A turning point, and this move to Porto was a turning point in his career. At Porto, James developed both physically and tactically. Tactically is, well, it's related to strategy and positioning on the field. He won multiple domestic titles, and he played regularly in European competitions. His role as an attacking midfielder became more refined. He perfected it. I remember at the time he was making a lot of assists. That's a pass that directly leads to a goal. And he was consistent. Consistency is the ability to perform well, repeatedly, over time. And James was no longer just talented. He was reliable. And that's a quality that the top clubs, the elite clubs, they value deeply. And everything changed in 2014. James represented Colombia at the FIFA World Cup in Brazil. And his performances were extraordinary. He scored 6 goals, which made him the tournament's top scorer. He won the Golden Boot for that. The Golden Boot is the award for the player who scores the most goals in a tournament. And one goal, a powerful volley against Uruguay, that was later voted goal of the tournament. An incredible goal. And this World Cup in Brazil, this catapulted him to global fame. That's a phrasal verb. That means it pushed him suddenly into worldwide recognition. Pushed him into the spotlight, we say. Catapulted him to global fame. After the World Cup, James signed for Real Madrid for around £63 million. Real Madrid, one of the biggest clubs in the world, if not the biggest. And this made him one of the most expensive players in football at the time. At Real Madrid, he won major trophies, he scored goals, created chances, and he played alongside some of the world's biggest stars. Of course, with Real Madrid came intense competition, constant rivalry for playing time, intense competition, and enormous expectations, pressure to perform perfectly every game. In 2017, James joined Bayern Munich on what we call a 2-year loan. A loan is a temporary transfer where the player still belongs to the original club. So he joined Bayern Munich on a 2-year loan. At Bayern, he won league titles and he regained his confidence. And his time there showed him something important. Football careers are not linear. Linear means straight, without ups and downs, just straight. Football careers are not linear. Even top players must constantly adapt to coaches, systems and roles. And in 2020, he joined Everton in the Premier League. This move reunited him with a coach who trusted him, but he suffered injuries and the team was unstable at the time. This limited his impact. Later, James played in Qatar, Greece, Brazil, and eventually he returned to the Americas. He signed for Club León in Mexico in 2025. Each of these moves required him to adapt on the fly. This is an idiom. It means to adjust quickly to new situations without preparation. When we say we are doing something on the fly, like a presentation, for instance, it means we're going to stand and present, and we're just going to use our intuition. We're not really going to rehearse. We're going to do it on the fly. So each move required him to adapt on the fly to new leagues, languages, cultures, and expectations. And despite this club instability, James remained a central figure for the Colombian national team. He actually became team captain. Captain is the leader chosen to represent and to guide the team. And he became one of Colombia's all-time top appearance holders. His international career shows longevity. Longevity is the ability to remain relevant over many years. a sign of his professionalism and his dedication. James Rodríguez represents more than goals and trophies. He represents early talent. He handled enormous pressure, global fame, career reinvention, and of course, he represents national pride. His story reminds us that success is not just about reaching the top. It's about staying relevant, about adapting and continuing despite setbacks. Some of the key language and vocabulary from this episode, the phrasal verbs and idioms we used, to stand out. This is to be noticeably better or different, to stand out. To hit the ground running. This is to start something successfully and immediately. Put someone on the map. This is to make someone widely known, well known. And catapult to fame. Suddenly make someone famous. He was catapulted to fame after that goal against Uruguay in the World Cup in Brazil. To adapt on the fly, to adjust quickly to new conditions. There was a lot of key football vocabulary in this episode. The number 10 is a creative, attacking midfielder. An assist is a pass leading directly to a goal. A loan is a temporary club transfer. A transfer fee is money paid to buy a player, the transfer fee. And the captain is the team leader on the field, on the pitch, we sometimes say. Some of the advanced general vocabulary we used: turning point, a moment of major change. Pressure, mental stress from expectations. Consistency, this is reliable long-term performance. Longevity, this is a long career duration. And linear means straight, without ups, without downs, just straight, linear. And that's the story of James Rodríguez. Thank you for listening today. This is Listen. Don't forget to share, subscribe please, and I'll see you in the next episode. Until then, bye-bye for now.